Good morning. It's 6:28 on WBOC News this morning, and we still have another day, but we're getting closer to the weekend and hoping it's going to be a nice one.
It is going to be a nice one. Now, on the warm side, if not downright hot, depends upon your standards. Upper 70s for today, so right around our seasonal average. We are going to see a chance for some showers, maybe an isolated thunderstorm, but really rain chance is only sitting at about 20% for your Thursday. We'll dry out for Friday and Saturday as far as our rain chances are concerned, but actually humidity will be climbing. That's going to make it feel a little bit more oppressive than it actually is. So even though we're only going to hit the upper 80s to around the 90-degree mark, going to feel more like the low to mid 90s. Our next best chance of a peninsula-wide soaking rain holding off until at least Wednesday of next week.
Gotta wait for it. So students in at a Connecticut town got a surprise greeting when they arrived at school Wednesday.
4 goats hanging out on the roof of the high school. Volunteer firefighters rescued the goats. Nobody hurt. None of the goats hurt. There was a little speculation that, maybe this was a senior prank.
Kids can be quite creative. They needed a ladder, most likely. It was probably 10 feet up or something to that effect. The biggest one maybe weighs 40 pounds.
The goats don't belong to Nevin Christensen, but the Connecticut farmer is keeping them until their rightful owner is found. And he at first, they called him because they thought those were his goats.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, I drove up with my trailer, looked at them and said, maybe my goats look kind of like my goats, so we took them. So at least they'll have someone to care for them for a little while until they find the owner.
That's right.
It is creative, though. You're watching WBOC News this morning.
It's 6:30.
Now, WBOC News this morning. Delmarva's news leader.
Distracted driving kills thousands. What new initiative may help keep your loved ones safer?
A proposal could change Atlantic striped bass fishing regulations. What rules watermen may need to know.
Ocean City's air show is getting ready to take off for its 5th anniversary event. I'm Cleo Green reporting live in Ocean City. Why you are going to want to find yourself right here on the boardwalk this weekend.
Good morning. You're watching WBOC News this morning in high definition. I'm Jimmy Hoppa.
Good morning. I'm Lacey Griffith.
And I'm meteorologist Brian Keene. It is Thursday, June 7th.
And Delaware lawmakers say they want to avoid wasting police resources on false alarms.
No use spending money you don't need to spend.
Yeah, isn't that the truth?
Heard that happens a lot, too.
It does,
yeah.
Quite a bit. But spending money on sunscreen and water to drink, that'd be a good investment.
Yeah, especially for the weekend. If you're heading out to the air show or pretty much anywhere outside, it is going to be a little on the oppressive side, but hey, we're getting close to summer and certainly starting to feel like it. Triple track Doppler radar, not too much to talk about out there this morning. We are only going to see some slim chances for a little rain today, but our warm-up does commence today. The big time portion of it headed our way for tomorrow and the weekend. So our next decent chance of rainfall, well, that's going to be holding off for a good long while. We'll talk about when that re-enters the forecast and also how hot it's going to be for Saturday and Sunday. That coming up in just about 6 minutes.
All right, we'll check back with you, Brian. Thank you. A teenage driver could spend more than a year behind bars in Massachusetts for hitting another car head-on and causing the death of the other driver. Prosecutors say the teenager was distracted behind the wheel because he was texting.
Lawmakers hope the vehicular homicide by texting conviction serves as a reminder for drivers to just put down the phone. The U.S. Secretary of Transportation Ray LaHood plans to make a stop in Delaware today to unveil a distracted driving prevention initiative, and LaHood will join Delaware's Governor Jack Markell along with highway safety officials for the announcement in Dover. Not only will this focus on keeping Delaware's roadways safer, but LaHood plans to unveil a national strategy to end distracted driving. That announcement takes place at 2:30 this afternoon in Dover.
A hang gliding accident at the East Coast hang gliding competition at the Ridgely Air Park in Caroline County leaves a man in serious but stable condition.
Witnesses say 51-year-old Paul Vernon of Wilmington crashed in a wheat field about a mile from the airport with the glider. Officials say they aren't sure what happened and the weather should not have caused any problems. The meet director says he saw the crash landing firsthand.
Saw a pilot land poorly, and I saw him come over a little wheat field, come in fairly fast, and then I saw his nose go down and go into the wheat.
Investigators say there was no damage to the hang glider during a post-collision inspection in Caroline County.
You may soon have to pay up if Delaware State Police respond to a false alarm at your home or business. State Police are working to implement a false security alarm penalty program because they say responding to those alarms wastes resources and distracts from real crime. That program will allow up to 3 false alarms in a year, but after that, you could pay $50 and the penalty could increase up to $250 for future violations in Delaware.
Another home in Salisbury is scheduled to be demolished. City officials say the Record Street property owner failed to bring the condemned home into compliance. Demolition is scheduled for about 12:30 this afternoon in Salisbury.
After passing the state Senate, an animal cruelty bill in Delaware now moves on to the House.
The bill expands animal cruelty laws to dog owners who leave the animal tethered for more than 18 hours a day. It also prevents nursing mother dogs to be tied up near her offspring or puppies younger than 4 months from being tethered. Opponents say the bill could lead to further restrictions on dog owners in Delaware.
The Atlantic States Marine Fisheries Commission will hold a public hearing tonight, 7 o'clock in Dover, concerning the striped bass fishery management plan. That plan suggests a proposed commercial tagging program and increasing the penalties for illegally harvesting striped bass. The commission says the plan would help prevent quota overages and illegal harvesting. They say implementing the plan would increase the sustainability of the population. Waterman representatives say they support stiffer penalties for illegal harvesting on Delmarva.
And it seems like we have a lot of preparation to do before the weekend because it's going to be so hot. I don't know if everybody got their SPF or maybe sunglasses or anything yet this year, but we're going to
run to Walmart right now.
Right now.
Right now. Let's see it like the bread aisle during a winter storm. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. We are going to need some fluids out there. Gatorade water, always a good idea. Remember, Gatorade and sports drinks in general, and to replenish those electrolytes you lose when you sweat. And lots of sweating going on this weekend. So plan accordingly if you are headed out and about. Triple track Doppler radar, not too much to talk about out there this morning. We did see a few scattered showers start to pop up off to our north, our west, our southeast yesterday, but no measurable rain here on the peninsula. We'll see that slight chance of rain in the forecast once again today, and coastal flooding continues to be an issue for folks across the western periphery of the peninsula. You can see until 11 o'clock. We're talking Kent County on the Maryland side, Queen Anne's, Talbot, and Caroline will be under a coastal flood advisory until 11 and until 8 o'clock for Dorchester, Wicomico, and Somerset, meaning we could see some of the back bays fill up and kind of flood out those low-lying areas. Good idea to avoid all flood waters and never try to drive or walk through them. And they will be receding through the afternoon if we do see a little minor tidal flooding. Calm winds, generally speaking, starting to see them out of the southwest in both Dover and Cambridge, and that southwesterly flow should warm us up today, a little bit warmer than what we've seen the past few days. Already 61 in the east, and most folks in the low to mid 50s, and we are headed for the upper 70s as we progress through the afternoon. A few high clouds trying to make their way in from the north right now, but we are going to see the return of those southerly winds, and fair weather cumulus clouds may even spark a few showers or possibly an isolated thunderstorm this afternoon. Reason being is, well, we got a little trough in and around our vicinity, kind of a disturbance in the upper levels of the atmosphere concerning pressure, and that may be enough to ignite a little bit of a scattered shower or thunderstorm activity. Area high pressure will be scooting in and giving us a good bit of sunshine as we wrap up the work week. Futurecast picking up on a few scattered showers popping up with the heating of the day today, and then clearing skies overnight tonight, and lots of sunshine headed our way as we round out the work week on Friday. Might see a few fair weather cumulus clouds both Friday and Saturday. Tons of sunshine on Sunday. High humidity over the weekend. So even though we're only forecasting the upper 80s, going to feel more like the low to mid 90s.
I wouldn't mind those temperatures if the humidity wasn't coming into play.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be as bad.
It's been wonderful, but we're really not ready for it. We're not used to this heat humidity, so just
we're going to have to get ready.
Try to get ready to get ready.
Real quick.
I don't know if it makes sense or not.
Well, a quick programming note, WBOC is now broadcasting Spanish on some of our national programming on the secondary audio programming channel, otherwise known as SAP.
Now, we're mentioning this because if at any time you hear Spanish on our station, it's because the SAP, or the Audio 2 feature on your TV set, is turned on. So just turn that off if you don't want to hear Spanish. Good to go.
And you're good. All right, well, in this morning's Top Talkers, a warning for Gmail users. What will pop up on your screen if your account detects a possible foreign government attack?
Plus, Cleo.
Ocean City's air show is getting ready to take off for its 5th anniversary event. I'm Cleo Green reporting live in Ocean City. Why you are going to want to find yourself right here on the boardwalk this weekend. The time now is 6:38 on WBOC News This Morning.